Tonight, for the first time under President Obama, we're taking you a tour of Air Force One.
Air Force One is literally a flying fortress, higher than any other aircraft, as fast as an F-16 fighter jet and acting as a bunker in case of nuclear attack. This is the most unshakable aircraft in the world. Welcome to Extraordinary Things. Whether it's a short distance or long journey, Air Force One is always ready to transport the President of the United States anywhere in the world. Air Force One is the call sign for any plane the President travels on, but for years it's been associated with this aircraft, the Boeing 747-200B. There are actually two of them, and these aren't standard commercial aircrafts. They're custom made by Boeing and upgraded by the US military. The aircraft costs over $206,000 per hour to operate. It stands stories high and measures 36 meters in length, longer than any commercial jet. Each one weighs 378,000 kilos and can fly a maximum altitude of 45,100 feet. Its Air Force designation is VC-25, and their tail numbers are 28,000 and 29,000. The floor plan inside the aircraft spans 4,000 square feet across 3 decks. The upper deck is a telecommunications center with advanced technology, acting as a mobile command center. The lower deck serves as a cargo hold and includes a self-contained baggage handling system. The middle deck is where all the action happens. In the quiet forward area lies the presidential suite, which houses the presidential office and a bedroom with a private shower. The president's personal quarters are marked by a star-patterned carpet on the floor, signaling the flying Oval Office. Whenever you see stars on the carpet on Air Force One, that's the president's personal space. Right outside is an area for the Secret Service, followed by the Situation Room, also marked by star-patterned carpet. The Situation Room in the sky features seatbelts with the presidential seal. Fun fact, the white phones are for unclassified calls, while the beige phones are secure lines. Ahead are quarters for 70 passengers, along with work areas, a conference and dining room, and 2 kitchens. But it doesn't stop there. Air Force One always has a doctor on board, complete with an operation room filled with the latest medical equipment, an extra supply of the president's blood type, and special vaccinations in case of emergency. Air Force One is housed in a super secured hangar at Joint Base Andrews, just outside Washington, D.C. The base is protected by a military checkpoint and 2 additional layers of fencing. However, according to the military, Air Force One is safer in the sky than on the ground. So, what makes it a flying fortress? Well, for starters, it can make a 14,315-kilometer journey in one go. And since it can be refueled in mid-air, Air Force One can stay in flight almost indefinitely. It has a top speed of 965 kilometers per hour. In fact, it's so fast that one of the F-16 pilots who escorted it to Washington during 9/11 said he actually had to speed up to catch up with it. Air Force One is heavily modified by the military and is strong enough to function as an airborne bunker. Its defenses are equipped to handle air-to-air missiles, ground-to-air missiles, and possible drone attacks. The body of the aircraft is armor-plated, and so is the glass on the windows. Each exit has its own retractable staircase to avoid sabotage once it's at the airport. Defense systems include enemy radar jammers, flares that throw off heat-seeking missiles, protection against electromagnetic pulses, and a whole lot of other features that are obviously top secret. If you've enjoyed the video so far and want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe to Extraordinary Things. Alright, let's talk about security protocols. Whether it's a short flight to New York or a long-haul journey across the globe, every flight is a meticulously planned mission. Every possible interference is accounted for, including alternative taxi taxiing routes. In flight, Air Force One is secured with its own airspace, and non-presidential aircrafts must maintain a distance of 3 nautical miles or 5.5 kilometers. Several aircrafts carrying helicopters and other security services fly out earlier, especially on international trips. This includes the C-17 Globemaster, which transports the presidential motorcade and the Beast. Trailing behind Air Force One is the Doomsday plane, an E-4B Advanced Airborne Command Post. There are only 4 in existence, and it acts as an airborne nuclear bunker and war room for nuclear emergencies. Now, this might surprise you. Air Force One is so secure it has no fighter jet escorts. The only time it's accompanied by fighter jets is in the event of a crisis, like 9/11, or if they're putting on a show for the media. Besides this, they'll never spot Air Force One at an ordinary airport anywhere in the world. It always lands at a secure base, mostly military. Usually, a group with members of the US military, Secret Service, and White House evaluate the airport weeks ahead and prep the authorities for the president's arrival. Air traffic control is instructed to divert any flights that are scheduled to arrive around the same time, and in some cases, this affects flights at nearby airports too. Let's talk about the secret crew. Air Force One is maintained and operated by the Presidential Airlift Group, where the presidential pilots and crew are trained. This includes 2 pilots, a navigator, and an engineer in the cockpit. Besides hospitality, the crew and pilots spend hours training for what-if scenarios with the Secret Service. They take their training very seriously. For example, before presidential inauguration processions, a simulated attack training is conducted to prepare everyone involved for all foreseeable eventualities. Additionally, the presidential pilots who are from the US Air Force learn evasive maneuvers for the rare event of an attack. Fun fact, the only time they've used these maneuvers was when President Nixon visited Syria in 1974. The Syrian government sent 4 MiGs to welcome and escort Air Force One to the base. But the message wasn't passed on to the crew. The presidential pilot, fearing an attack, sprang into action and even went into a steep dive. The new Air Force One, the 747-200B, has served the president since 1990, but that's soon to change. In 2018, Boeing received $3.9 billion for 2 new 747-8 aircrafts. They were due for delivery in 2024, but severe delays and COVID-19 have pushed it to 2026 or 2027. The company says they're being built with state-of-the-art features that are more advanced than the current ones. This includes upgraded military-level avionics, advanced communication systems, and self-defense systems. Any guesses on what other cool luxury and military features are included? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Extraordinary Things.